Welcome viewers to today's video, where we will be discussing the art of mastering wedding photography composition. The essence of wedding photography doesn't lie only in capturing moments, but also in mastering the composition of each shot. Today we delve deep into the heart of this art, the intricate process of harmonizing elements within a frame to create magic. For any aspiring wedding photographer, understanding composition techniques is crucial. It elevates regular photos into extraordinary imagery. We'll explore the rule of thirds, the use of symmetry, and how to utilize leading lines. We'll discuss the impact of colors, the importance of visual balance, and the role of depth within a frame. You'll learn how to draw the viewer's eye and how to capture emotion effectively. Utilizing these techniques can turn a simple photo into a captivating visual story. In this journey, you'll gain insights that will refine your perspective, enhance your creativity, and make your images unforgettable. We believe that with the right knowledge and practice, you can transform your wedding photography skills. This guide, running for 15 minutes, promises to be an enriching experience. We will provide you with essential tips and techniques to help you capture stunning wedding photos. But first, let's start by understanding what composition means in the context of photography. The term composition might seem complex, but it simply relates to how different elements are arranged and coordinated within the frame of the photograph. It's akin to the artist's canvas, where every stroke, color, or element is purposefully placed to create a visually compelling masterpiece. In photography, composition is the backbone of a great image. It's where the magic truly lies. It's about creating a beautiful balance and harmony in the image by carefully arranging the subject and other elements. The importance of composition cannot be overstated, especially in wedding photography. It's not just about snapping moments, it's about capturing memories, and composition plays a vital role in that. It's the tool that helps you narrate the story of the special day, capture the emotions, the laughter, the subtle glances, and the grandeur. Composition in wedding photography is about more than just aesthetics. It's about evoking and capturing the underlying emotions of the day, the raw and unfiltered joy, the shared laughter, the tears of happiness, and expressions of love. Every couple is unique, every wedding is different, and every moment is special. And the composition is the tool that allows you to capture it all and weave a beautiful story. It plays a crucial role in wedding photography, as it allows you to capture and convey the emotions and beauty of the special day. One of the crucial composition techniques, beloved by photographers and videographers alike, is the rule of thirds. This method, rooted in the basic principles of visual aesthetics, provides a simple yet effective framework for composing shots. It involves a process of dividing your frame, irrespective of its size, into 9 equal sections. This is achieved by using 2 imaginary parallel horizontal lines and 2 equivalent vertical lines, evenly spaced across the frame. Now you might be wondering, why 9 sections? Well, this particular division not only offers a sense of symmetry, but also aids in breaking the monotony of central composition. Your subject need not always occupy the center stage. By deliberately placing your primary subject, or the main point of interest, along these well thought out lines, or ideally at their intersections, you are essentially leveraging the viewer's sight path. This strategy helps to guide the viewer's eye around the frame, rather than restricting it to the center, creating a sense of dynamism and interest. More importantly, it allows you to create a more balanced composition. Balance in this context refers not only to the distribution of elements, but also to their visual weight and appeal. Each of these sections can house different elements of your composition, playing their unique part in telling your visual story. And this is not just a technical gimmick, it's an art, a creative tool that, when employed skillfully, can breathe life into your composition. So remember, by placing your main subject along these lines or at their intersections, you can create a more balanced and visually appealing composition. Another technique is the use of leading lines. This is a popular and effective method used by professional photographers worldwide to create intriguing compositions. These leading lines are essentially paths or directions cleverly included within the frame, the photograph. They serve a crucial function in visual storytelling by guiding the viewer's gaze towards the focal point of the image, which is the main subject. When it comes to wedding photography, these lines play a crucial role in enhancing the emotional depth of the photo. Imagine a bride standing at the end of a long aisle. If the aisle is captured as a leading line in the photograph, it directs the viewer's gaze straight to the bride, amplifying her significance in the frame. It not only visually underscores her importance, but also adds a layer of emotional depth to the photo. When used correctly, these lines can create a dramatic effect, subtly drawing attention towards the key elements without overtly highlighting them. By incorporating leading lines into your wedding photos, you can add a distinctive dimension, giving a creative twist to the conventional wedding photography. Leading lines can be anything: the edge of the wedding veil, the arrangement of flowers, rows of guests. They all work to guide the onlooker's eye, providing a sense of direction. This technique not only creates a sense of depth, but also makes the viewer active participants in the story that the photograph narrates. It draws attention to the important elements of the image. Symmetry and patterns are also powerful composition tools. They can be described as the silent heroes of visual art. Just think about the perfect symmetry of a mirror reflection, or the hypnotic rhythm of a recurring pattern. These are fundamental aspects of the world that are naturally fine-pleasing. They provide an easy way to create appealing compositions in wedding photography. For instance, the beauty of a wedding venue can be magnified by capturing the symmetry in the architecture or the natural landscape. Imagine the grandeur of a symmetrically designed chapel, or the serenity of a garden perfectly mirrored on a calm pond. Moreover, the repetition of certain elements like chairs, flowers, or decorative motifs can create captivating patterns. These can serve as a visual metaphor for the repeated vows and the rhythm of the ceremony. By weaving these elements into your compositions with skill and creativity, you can add depth and symbolism to your images. They can make your photographs more interesting and can subtly guide the viewer's eyes to the main subjects. The beautiful balance achieved through symmetry and the dynamic rhythm of patterns can work together to create a sense of harmony and unity. By incorporating symmetry and patterns into your compositions, you can create visually striking and harmonious images. Managing depth of field is another important aspect of composition. This is the technique that determines what part of the photo is in focus and what part remains blurry. By carefully controlling this element, you can manipulate the perception of your viewer, guiding their gaze to your intended focal points. For example, with a shallow depth of field, your subject stays in sharp focus while the background blurs away, creating a sense of isolation. This is perfect for portrait photography, where you want your subject to stand out against the backdrop. Conversely, a larger depth of field keeps everything in focus. This is more commonly used in landscape photography, where you want the viewer to appreciate the entire scene, from the closest blade of grass to the farthest mountain peak. By mastering the control of depth of field, you can create a three-dimensional illusion in a two-dimensional medium. This power of visual narrative is what separates professional photographs from casual snapshots. Remember, the better you control your depth of field, the more vivid and compelling your stories will be. Each photograph is a narrative, and using depth of field effectively breathes life into that narrative. Yet it's not just about focusing and blurring, it's also about understanding how to balance the two to create a sense of depth and dimension. You're not just clicking a button, you're crafting a story, interacting with your viewer, and evoking emotions. By controlling the focus and blur in your photos, you can direct the viewer's attention to specific subjects or create a sense of depth and dimension. Lighting plays a crucial role in enhancing composition. It's a vital aspect of photography, a tool that, when used effectively, can significantly transform your work. Understanding light doesn't just mean knowing where it's coming from, but also comprehending its intensity, quality, and color. Each of these elements interacts with your subjects, defining their form and texture. By mastering the nuances of light, you can manipulate the mood and atmosphere of your images, creating dramatic and visually compelling compositions that captivate the viewer. Additionally, utilizing the interplay of light and darkness can significantly elevate your work. Playing with shadows, for instance, can produce an incredible depth of field effect, bringing a new layer of intrigue and richness to your photographs. This technique can be particularly effective in wedding photography, where the added depth and interest can underscore the emotional gravity of the occasion. Lighting plays a crucial role in enhancing composition. By understanding how light interacts with your subjects, you can create dramatic and visually appealing images. Additionally, playing with shadows can add depth and interest to your wedding photos. Now let's discuss how composition can be applied to different wedding scenes. Composition in wedding photography isn't just about framing. It's about the aesthetic arrangement of elements within the frame. Every scene at a wedding, from the exchange of vows to the final toast, provides an opportunity to create a beautifully composed image. When capturing the ceremony, the heart of the wedding, it's crucial to give thought to the positioning of the couple. Their placement within the frame can make or break a shot. The same goes for the officiant. The officiant's position and posture, combined with the couple's, can create a powerful visual narrative. It's also essential to pay attention to other key components of the scene, such as the altar, the seating arrangement, the decorations, and even the guests. Each of these elements can lend depth and context to your photos, making them more meaningful and memorable. Remember, great photography is about more than just capturing the scene. It's about conveying the emotions, the anticipation, the joy, the love, the nerves, and every nuanced feeling that makes that moment unique. By carefully composing your shots, you can capture the emotions and significance of this special moment. During the reception, there are plenty of opportunities to capture lively and dynamic photos. It's a moment that overflows with emotions, laughter, and energetic dance moves. From the couple's first dance to the joyful conga line of friends and family, these are the moments that truly encapsulate the spirit of the event. Each scene presents a unique opportunity to get artistic and creative with your shots. The composition of the dance floor, the energetic moves, the beautiful decorations, the radiant smiles of the guests, the spontaneous moments. All these elements play a crucial role in creating a vibrant photographic story. It's about finding the perfect balance between light, subject, and movement to capture the essence of event. By focusing on different contrasts, perspectives, and details, you will be able to depict the story of the celebration in its entirety. By considering the composition of the dance floor, the guests, and the overall atmosphere, you can create images that truly reflect the energy and joy of the celebration. When it comes to portraits, composition is absolutely crucial to encapsulating the beauty and the intimate bond between the couple and their loved ones. The process of creating a perfect composition involves being mindful of numerous aspects, each bringing a unique element to the final image. One must consider the placement of the subjects, an aspect that immediately captures the viewer's attention. It is the arrangement of the couple and their loved ones that paints the story, their emotions, and their relationship. Next, it's the role of the background, often overlooked, immensely impactful. The backdrop sets the mood, adds depth, and frames the subjects in their environment, enhancing the narrative. It's the silent character that speaks volumes without saying a word. Lastly, the overall framing of the shot, which is the inclusion and exclusion of certain elements within the frame. It's a carefully considered decision that can drastically alter the aesthetic appeal and the storytelling prowess of the portrait. By meticulously considering these aspects, the placement of the subjects, the background, and the overall framing, you can create stunning and memorable portraits. Now that we've covered the basics, it's time to get creative. This is where your imagination takes center stage. Remember, creativity is not about being bound by rules or sticking to what has been done before. It's about pushing, stepping out of your comfort zone, redefining norms, and creating something that is uniquely yours. So don't be afraid to break the rules. Let's not forget, some of the greatest works of art were born out of rebellion. It's time to experiment with different composition techniques. Look at each wedding scene from every possible, exhaust every perspective, and try every lighting condition. Explore the depth of field, play with shadows and reflections, experiment with monochrome or saturated colors. By thinking outside the box and trying unique perspectives, you can create truly original and captivating wedding photos. Creativity is a journey filled with endless possibilities. Don't let fear of breaking the rules prevent you from creating something memorable. In conclusion, mastering wedding photography composition is of utmost importance for producing stunning and impactful images. This commitment to excellence in your craft is what sets apart the exceptional from the mundane. These composition techniques we've shared today are just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to explore and harness in your quest for perfect wedding photos. Practicing consistently is the key to improvement. The more you experiment with techniques, the more you'll become comfortable and proficient in them. Apply them to your own work, and you'll notice a significant difference in the quality of your photos. There's a lot of potential for creativity and innovation in wedding photography. So, be bold, be daring, and don't be afraid to step out of your zone. At the end of the day, your artistic vision is what will make your work uniquely yours. And remember, your journey doesn't end here. Keep learning, keep evolving, and most importantly, keep shooting. We're excited to see where your journey takes you, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment with your thoughts. Happy shooting!